Hey folks, learning guide problem number one. I want to find the indefinite integral of this rational function. Before we can do that, we need to split it up into separate fractions. So we're going to rewrite this as the integral of x squared over x to the 1/2 plus 2x over x to the 1/2 and plus 3 over x to the 1/2, splitting up each individual term in the numerator to have its own denominator right there, because now we can simplify each of these, and then that's something we can integrate. We don't know how to integrate the fraction right there. So to get around that, we separate and then simplify. So I need to simplify x squared over x to the 1/2, and that will simplify as 2 minus 1/2 is 1/2, which is 3/2. So we get x to the power of 3/2 plus 2 times x over x to the 1/2. We'll take the power of the numerator, 1, subtract the power of the denominator, 1/2, to get x to the 1/2 right there, plus 3 times x to the negative 1/2, bringing that denominator up by making it negative. So this is now what we want to integrate, which should not be a big problem for us. So add 1 to the exponent right there. So instead of 3/2, we now have 5/2. Divide by that new exponent, which dividing by 5/2 is the same as multiplying by 2/5. So 2/5 x to the 5/2 plus my x term is going to become from 1/2 add 2/2, which is 1, so we get 3/2, and then divide by 3/2. Well, that's the same as multiplying by 2/3, and we have that 2 right there, so I'm going to get 4/3 x to the 3/2, plus my last term there, x to the negative 1/2. Add 1 to that, so we're going to get x to the 1/2, and then divide by 1/2 is the same as multiplying by 2, so I get 3 times 2 is 6, x to the 1/2, and then plus c, my constant of integration, and I am done.